All right, Joey, this is Steve Jewin from MMA Mania. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, doing good. About yourself?
Not too bad. Hey, I'm looking forward to this fight you've got at Bellator 219. So, talk to us about being on this card for Bellator 219.
You said June 19th or is it March 19th?
No, Bellator 219. I apologize. It may
Oh,
not be
I'm,
clear
I'm
on this
sorry.
end. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was hearing something up. Just a privilege. Happy that Bellator found me. Wanted me to be part of the organization as the Fab Five, and it's just truly an honor to be competing again. You know, not too many people get to have the position to be a professional fighter, so I'm just truly honored.
You've gone 4-0. You've been looking impressive in all your fights and winning half of them by finish, either with a spinning kick or a TKO with some elbows. So you're showing off your power and your ability to go the distance in the cage. So what do you think Jesse Merritt brings to this next fight?
Well, if I fight Jesse Merritt, I don't know who my opponent is at this moment. But I just hope that the guys in shape, way to put on the show for the fans. That's all I can really say. I know that I know my abilities and what I'm capable of doing, and I know I can rock the bell. So I'm just hoping that whoever I'm competing against, that they come prepared.
All right, well then I guess the natural question is, what leads to the uncertainty about whether or not Merritt's going to be ready to face you at 219?
Just haven't heard that would be my opponent at this time. I've hearing that I have multiple opponents that back down or who does want the challenge. So as of right now, I'm just just waiting for an opponent, to be honest with you.
All right, then. That's understandable. It's entirely out of your control. But how do you get ready knowing that you don't even know who you're going to be facing?
It's simple. You stay ready. Something, once you're a professional fighter, it's a lifelong journey. It's an everyday grind. It's an everyday struggle. So, that's how I'm preparing myself. And that's been my method.
I know that Team Body Shop is one of the best teams going in mixed martial arts right now, but not everything has gone the way that I think that fans of the crew would expect. In particular, Baby Slice. And what do you think about what's going on with the team as a whole?
It's truly a blessing to be part of Team Body Shop with Antonio McKee. This man has put his whole life on the line for us by just vouching for us and giving us the best abilities, giving us the best tutoring, being the best leader that you can, and then giving me a gym to work out in, especially in lower outcome gyms and things in that nature. But it's just our team is really new. We're still young. We're still hungry. So it's just a good thing for me to be a part of. I'm young. I'm 25 years old. I'm 4-0 as a professional. Even with Antonio's son, AJ McKee, who's 13-0, but still young, 24 years old, I believe. And then you got Slice, who's, young as well. And, it seems, whatever is in line for him is going to come pretty soon, and he's going to really do well with his career. And, like he's already doing things outside of the gym, being a leader outside of the gym. And those are things I really look at. I don't really look at what people really do inside the cage. Cause, it's two men out there that just really want to win that fight. So, but what matters what you do outside the cage or what after you win? It matters to me the most. And like I said, to answer your question, it's just truly an honor to be a Team Body Shop member.
Everything's coming together for you right now at 25 years old. And where do you think you go next after this opponent to be determined at Bellator 219?
That's not for me to determine. I just know that I'm gonna get back in the gym, win or lose, and keep grinding like I've been doing my whole life. And because it's just something I like to do. I love to test my abilities. I love to see where I can be. I love to see the outcome of my training. I love to hear good news when I'm training. I love it all. So it's just truly an honor, and like I'm saying, I'm just thankful that I can be part of a professional organization like Bellator, and they gave me the time and the day, and that's all I could say.
let's say it's not Jesse Merritt here at Bellator 219. Is there any other name that they've specifically told you it could be, or is there anybody in mind that you would like to say, hey, if Jesse Merritt isn't available, give me this guy?
No. Like I said, I'm young in the game, but I was told that it can be a guy named Marion Street, a guy from Detroit, Michigan. And that's all I know from right now. Like I said, I just been training. The first time I supposedly was on the card when I knew I was going to get on the card, it was Jesse Merritt, and I was getting prepared for that. But I guess my coach told me that he didn't want to take the fight, and I honestly don't blame the guy. You know what I mean? It's probably not a good fight for his career or in that nature. So. At the end of the day, men got to do what they got to do to succeed in life, or to succeed what they want to do in, and it's just what it came down to.
I have to agree with you about Jesse Merritt. It probably wasn't a good idea because, if I'm being frank, let's just be honest, you way outclass him. He's 5-5. You're undefeated. He hasn't won a fight in Bellator yet that I can find, so he was not looking forward to a good day against you if that was his matchup.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Given that's the case, what do you know about this Detroit guy that you mentioned? Say his name again. I don't think I quite heard it the first time.
I think it's Dearmine. It's Dearmine Street. Dearmine. I can't really pronounce it as well. But from watching him, he's very explosive, very strong, athletic. All things that I really need to watch out for. Just like my last fight against Trey Plaskett. The guy was really athletic, but came out with a great game plan, that I was unprepared for. So, it's a fight at the end of the day. You never know what's going to happen. And, but yeah, the guy just seems very talented. Seems like, he's really strong, and, seems like he would do anything to win. So, those are the worst guys to fight. Anytime you can do anything to win and don't really know how to win, it's still dangerous. And, so, I'm still preparing myself mentally, physically, and then I'm going to be well prepared. So when I do go out there, I know I'm ready.
Now, when you look at the shape of this welterweight division and you see the welterweight tournament going on and guys like Rory McDonald and John Fitch scheduled to face each other, who do you look at in this tournament and maybe even the division as a whole and say, that's a guy that has it all together and that's a guy that I want to go out there and do things like he does?
Probably Michael Venom Page. He's just a highlight reel. He's just a truly phenom. And just the way he handles himself, the way he does his interviews, the way he talks his trash, it's all serious. It's all to the point. It's all to an emphasis. It's all great. It's all great for publicity. And I believe that the guy's work ethic is really good for. And the reason why I say that is because anytime you can go out there and put on the show for the fans and not really worry about what your opponent is doing. You worry about how you pleasing the fans. That's just truly a dynamic person. Something I truly wish I can do. Something I want to put out pretty soon if I'm, able to do that in my fight career or what type of style I'm presenting myself. I'm still young in the game. I don't even have a style, or nobody can really tell me my style because I don't have one yet. But Michael Venom Page is truly a guy that I would say that I would want to be there someday.
Well, he definitely has it in terms of the ability and the undefeated record and the all-around charisma, both in and outside the cage. But I think his last fight surprised a few people, including me, because I didn't see him going to a decision with Paul Daly or it being as close as it was.
Yeah, you can say that. But Paul Daly is truly a legend, and I know Paul Daly knew the outcome of the fight if he was to be Paul Daly. A lot of people don't look at it like that. Everybody looks at the guy who's supposed to win, but if I'm supposed to lose, I'm going to give it all I got. I don't care what nobody's thinking or saying. I'm going to put full force into my training because the pressure's not on me no more, right? The pressure's on that guy. He's supposed to win. And, that's what's dangerous about the sport, because they put so much emphasis on this one guy because of how he looks in all his previous fights. But at the end of the day, you only get one fight and in the next 3 months you're off. I like Paul Daly a lot. I think that he fights anybody at any circumstances, and he shows his heart. And I think that was just a toss-up fight. My personal opinion. But it was fun to watch. It was a lot of things that we thought that Michael Benavidez needs to work on, and I'm sure he's going to go back to the drawing board and work even harder and put even more emphasis on what he has to do now and make him more of a dangerous elite fighter. So that's part of the game.
Yeah, absolutely it is. And I think Paul Daly showed us a lot, even though he might have been pegged as not the guy to win. He went out there and he took down Michael Page, and that's exactly what you're talking about. It showed Page there are some things in his game, even as an undefeated fighter, that he could still work on. And I guess that's a lesson for you as well, that even though you're young and talented and undefeated, there's always things you can get better at as well.
Absolutely.
So with that said, you also mentioned that being an undefeated fighter and being somebody that's put into the spotlight where other guys are supposed to lose to them, you know, does that ever make you feel like you have crosshairs on your back, like, okay, everybody's just gunning for me now, it's even harder for me?
That's a great question. I mean, I've been having a target on my back since I've been competing my whole life in all sports. I've always been that type of athlete. But that's the type of work ethic I put into myself, and that's the type of work ethic I put into the sports. I always did. I always just had a blue chip on my shoulder. And now that I'm a professional athlete, I handle it a little bit better now. But not like how I want to. I still get all the things that everybody else gets before and after or going to the fight. So, but it's just an everyday learning experience, you know, to being an athlete. You know, being an athlete is very hard, especially a professional fighter. You know what I mean? Because everybody wants to be a professional fighter. Everybody wants to be the cool guy. Everybody wants to knock out the cool guy. Or everybody wants to knock off the king in the jungle. So it's just a tough business to be in if you want to be in it. And if you're in it, you got to be in it all the way. And that's just something I'm working on every day. Just making myself more perseverant for myself, making myself more clean, making myself more care of what I want to do, how I want to compete. And, you know, it's just part of being a champion. You know, if you want to be a champion, you're going to be a champion.
Well, I have no doubt that champion... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that's just part of the mindset I have. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. I was just going to say I have no doubt championships are in your future. I don't know how many years from down the road to today, but at the way you're going and with the mindset you have, it's coming in your direction. So hopefully they line up a good opponent for you here at Bellator 219, and you can continue to show us that.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. And anything you'd like to plug before I let you go today?
No, I just probably want to give a shout out to my mom and dad for having me, and Team Body Shop. We're still coming on the rise. Like I said, AJ straight 0. I'm 4-0. Slice is 3-1 or 3-2. So, you know, Aaron Pico's still part of the team at 5-2, and it's just I'm just happy and honored to be part of these guys and these young rising stars. And I think Bellator has a lot in common with us.
Absolutely. Body Shop and Bellator is a great relationship, and I hope it continues. Joey, thank you so much for the time today.
Thank you for the interview, sir. Thank you very much.
No problem. And thank you, Dan, as well.